Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today, I'm going to be showing you some very exciting news, all to do with next season in the Pokemon trading card game and the Pokemon video game. We now have a fair bit of information about the international championships. We know about all the seasons and best finish limits and all of that. We do not know how many points it's going to take to qualify for Worlds. Sorry about that. But we do know quite a bit, so we're going to go through the TCG and then have a quick look at VGC. Although, as always, if you want to flick straight to the VGC information, I will pop a timestamp down in the description. So, starting off, the most important and exciting information, as far as I'm concerned, of course, we know the rough dates and locations of the international championships. And we've got a bit of a change this year because it's actually going to start in Latin America, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, between November the 16th and 18th of this year. For those of you paying attention, that means that we've actually had two international championships in Brazil in the 2018 calendar year. For those people wondering, hang on a second, Wassy, how do we refer to these? This is still the 2019 International Championship for Latin America. I know this because I ran into this issue when I was lucky enough to cast the European International Championships in November 2017, and I corrected someone going, this is clearly the 2017 European International Championship, and somebody far more important than myself went, no it's not, it's the 2018 season. It's the 2018 European International Championship. So even though it's in 2018, it's still the 2019 Latin American International. We're then going to Australia in February, same as we did this year. No news on a city, unfortunately. Before going to Germany in April. Now, two big things about this. Firstly, it was London in 2017, London in 2018, but it's switching to Germany for 2019, which is a bit weird. And secondly, it's in April. Timing-wise, what this means is we basically swapped Europe and Latin America around. Instead of being Europe in November, Latin America in April, we're now doing Latin America in November and Europe in April. Obviously, all the parents around the UK at least are currently thinking, come on, please fall in the summer holidays. That would be amazing. Why Germany? Well, there's only so many countries in Europe where you can hold these kind of card game tournaments with cash prizes. One of them is the UK, one of them is Germany, and I want to say the other one is Sweden, but I haven't looked it up for a little while, so please don't quote me on that. But it's the reason Spain has special events but doesn't have any regionals or international championships. I'm fairly sure you're not allowed to give cash prizes for these kind of tournaments in Spain, which is why we're just not going to have any regional championships in Spain, because we give cash prizes for them. So that's pretty exciting as far as that goes. But we've also got some information about best finish limits and points. So one of the biggest changes, League Challenges and League Cups now have a best finish limit of 2 each. It used to be, up until and including the season that's just finished, 2 in combination of League Challenges and League Cups. So obviously there were a lot of players out there that would go and get points at a League Cup, and as soon as you get yourself a top 32 finish in a League Cup, you've already got more points than you can possibly get in a League Challenge. League Challenge, you get 15 for winning. League Cup, if there's 100 people, you get 16 points for a top 32. If there's 24 people, you get 25 points for a top 8. You can see the points on the screen. It basically meant that if you went to enough tournaments, League Challenges became absolutely pointless. That is no longer the case, ladies and gentlemen. League Challenges are now completely up for grabs. Now, what is kind of confusing is that the cycle dates are not the same. So League Challenges have Season 1 July the 9th through October the 31st, but League Cups have July the 9th through November the 15th. Season 2 is November the 1st to January 31st for Challenges, but November the 16th to February 14th for Cups. Season 3 is February the 1st through April the 30th for Challenges, but February the 15th through May 16th for Cups. And Season 4 is May the 1st through June the 23rd for Challenges, May the 17th through June the 23rd for Cups. Do pay attention to these best finish limits, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get confusing. They are not the same for Challenges and Cups. Although, as some people have pointed out, the seasons for League Cups do look a little bit strange. So you basically got 3 months for Season 1, 3 months for Season 2, 3 months for Season 3, and a month and 6 days for Season 4. And this is going to be the final season where people are fighting for their top 16 or top 22 finishes, more on them in a second. Or people are fighting for their Worlds invites. That Season 4 League Cup, you can expect them to be much more competitive, much more highly attended, because there's necessarily going to be fewer of them, because you've got 1/3 of the time. Don't plan to be doing everything in Season 4 for League Cups. It could come back to bite you. And now we got regionals and special events have a best finish limit of 8, which most people aren't going to hit. And international championships have a best finish limit of 4. There literally are only 4 of them. So that's quite nice. Special events and regionals, the only real difference is that special events don't give out cash prizes, whereas regional championships do, as I spoke about a minute ago with Spain. Now, in terms of Day 2 invitations, it's still very much the same. Top 16 from US and Canada, top 22 from Europe, top 8 from Latin America, top 8 from Oceania. Japan and South Korea, to put it bluntly, are doing their own thing. We don't know how many points Worlds is going to need for qualification. That has not been announced yet. But Day 2 invitations, it's still top 16 US and Canada, top 22 in Europe. One other really big change that has happened, the qualification periods for travel awards have changed. It used to be rolling, i.e. you could get a big point lead at the beginning of the season, and then you'd basically get a travel award to all 4 of the international championships, which of course meant that come the end of the season, if you were already guaranteed the travel award, you could help out your friends and strategically scoop to them, etc., to give them a boost. That's no longer the case. We're cutting off. So Latin American internationals are points earned April the 30th through July the 8th. i.e. we're already done. Sorry about that. Oceania International Championships are July the 9th through November the 18th, which of course will give a giant boost to anybody that does well at the World Championships. European Internationals are November the 19th through to the final day of the Oceania Internationals, which hasn't been announced yet. And North American Travel Awards are being given from the day after Oceania to the final day of European Internationals. Again, we don't have dates for them, so they haven't been announced. That's going to change things up a little bit. It's going to mean that travel awards may be very different for all 4 of them, which hasn't really been the case this season. Now, in terms of the video game, what we see here is a Sun Series, September the 4th through January the 7th, a Moon Series, January the 8th through April the 1st, and an Ultra Series, April the 2nd through June the 23rd. And that is for all tournaments, making it much, much simpler. And as before, you've got your Premier Challenges, best finish limit of 2 per series, like we saw there's 3 series. We've got your Mid-Season Showdown, best finish limit of 2 per series. Set online competitions with no finish. And then regional championships and special events with a best finish limit of 8. And then, of course, international championships with a best finish limit of 4, because there literally are only 4 of them. Fewer changes with the video game here. Again, we don't know how many points you're going to need to qualify for the World Championships, but the qualification periods in terms of travel awards are the same for the VGC and for the TCG, so your information there for VGC is exactly the same in terms of when you can earn those points in order to get yourself a travel award. What is different, however, is that Day 2 invitations, there are fewer for the VGC. It's top 8 for US and Canada, top 16 for Europe, and then top 8 for Latin America and Oceania, which is the same as TCG, but essentially you've got 8 fewer for US and Canada, and 6 fewer for Europe. Though it does obviously bear repeating that Pokemon TCG and VGC players who finished in top 4 of the 2018 World Championships will receive an invitation and travel award to the 2019 World Championships. However, they will only be a Day 1 invitation unless they also get a Day 2 invitation by being in the top X number of their particular rating zone. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this? Do you like that league challenges and league cups have now been separated out? Do you like the fact that we don't have these rolling point totals for travel stipends? Or, like a lot of people around the interweb, are you frustrated by these? Do you really want to know what the world points totals you need to qualify are? I mean, of course you do. We all do. You can vent in the comment section, or you can be happy. I tend towards happiness myself. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, please do be nice. Personally, I'm delighted at the best finish limits not being combined for league challenges and league cups, although I do think some players are going to be confused by the periods being different for the two events. Let me know in the comment section, but as always, do be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves. Until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.